Well, my father's been in the car industry for about 30 years now, and about the last 6 years I have worked in the industry.
Look at that. Oh, I love that car. It's a lot of wheels. It's like a Lamborghini, yeah.
I'm a huge car nut.
I've been a car nut all my life.
Can you creatively describe what your ideal form of transportation in the future would be? Like shape, colors, size, personalization?
Okay. I would definitely have, like the inside, the size of a car that seats 5, that also has wings on it.
My car would fly. I'm going to invite a flying car.
Flying car.
To fly? I wish my car could fly.
So does someone want to tell me something that they like about their car? What do you like about your car?
There's wheels.
Yeah? Yeah?
Why are you drawing spikes on the tire?
And because then my tires won't pop and everything else that tries to break the tires will break instead.
I like it.
I like where your mind's at.
My car's gonna be super fast, like instead of being straight.
How do you think people will move around in these future cities?
I believe that there is going to be a lot of different forms of transportation, perhaps like cars without people driving, like as a form of like Lyft or Uber, but instead you can just call a car to come pick you up. Or there could be, like if we go really far into the future, I think that we could go even to like mini like helicopters that are like the size of a car, but are also like have enough buoyancy that they would be able to go on water if you're going on farther pieces of land that can travel.
So I think we're very much going towards a system of shared mobility. We're already seeing that with trends with like Uber and other rideshare services like Lyft, where more and more people don't want to own cars, right? They want the convenience, but they don't want to have the burden of ownership, or they maybe don't use it. Or if you're living in a dense area, even the cost of storing or insuring a car can be quite high. And so as we get into an era of shared mobility, we also want to make sure it's a value-added opportunity, right? So a lot of people don't take a bus because it's inconvenient, or they don't like the experience of riding a bus, right? in some cities and states, it's not as great as it is maybe even here in the Valley, right? So, but getting people to want to change their habits and do something that's more efficient, even more cost-effective.
Well, I think obviously traffic congestion is becoming a real problem, and in larger cities, prime real estate is used for parking lots, and it's just a shame to use that real estate for that purpose. So I think more and more people will be willing to take some kind of form of public transportation. I think the small shuttle buses are maybe a little more personal. Not everybody's ready to jump on a big bus yet. They're not very comfortable with that, or even the train. So this is a little more, I think, less threatening for a lot of people who need some local transportation.
What do you think this would cost?
I do believe it would cost a great deal of money, but I think as technology advances, the prices would reduce. But as of right now, I don't think we have the technology to do that necessarily.
I'd say the biggest change I've personally had. I'm a huge car nut, so and I'm a petrol head. So, on the surface, it was different for me, right? Because I came from kind of more traditional mindset. And one of the things that actually changed it for me personally was my involvement with our Accessibility program about a year and a half ago, where I really, came into a program and had to solve the problem of how do we work with people with disability needs? How could this vehicle actually enable them to give them better quality of life and more access to reliable transportation? It was something I really kind of drove me to focus on some of that segment of the market, where there's an underserved population that needs the accessibility and equality that everybody else has. And so one of the missions of this vehicle is to be more inclusive around accessibility technologies as we go forward, to make sure that part of the population is served correctly and fairly.